waiting? Elvo, were you waiting for me? I don't know what this light is looking like, but hi Elvo. Hi Sandra. You guys were really waiting for me. Yeah. Good evening. I hope you can hear me. I'm not using any mic today. Mic has been doing somehow these days. So let's just roll without the mic. I don't know. I'm not feeling this light today. I'm not feeling this light. Hi, good evening. Can you hear me? Hi Elvo. How are you, my dear brother? I'm late today like I was yesterday. It is well. I think I want to change that 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. because that 6 p.m. is usually not reality. Will I start cooking my evening meal by 4? The light is good. Okay, it's good. Thank you. Okay, how are you doing? How is everything? How was your day? Sandra, did you see the topic on the description now? Or on the live, the link on the live? Welcome, good evening. Oh, very bright. Really? Why is it leaving guys? Okay. Thank you. Please like. How are you guys doing? How was your day? So I have a cold, so you hear me drugging nose, but yeah. Okay. So I put a title like working. Okay. Sorry, like before you clicked on the live, did you see the title on it? I wanted you to help me type it so I can pin it. So type it there again now. What's your thoughts on roles in marriage or something like that? What do you think? How did I type it? Let me check. Can I check? I think it's basically talking about what are roles, what we think about the roles in marriage, what they are and what they should be or something like that. See me that type something. Chilolo. Chichi came early today. Good evening, Chinyerem. How are you? Hey. How was your day? Thank you so much, guys, for coming. Thank you. Elvo, how are you today? Elvo will say you are late today. Okay, let me try and frame it so that you can type it. What are your thoughts on gender roles and what they should be? Yes. Sandra, let me type it. What are your thoughts on gender roles in marriage? What are your thoughts on the roles from gender roles in marriage? I don't want it to be too long. So the idea is, what are your thoughts about roles in marriage and what they should be? Yes. Hi, Osas. Hey, good evening. Longest time. Happy New Year's. Oh yeah. Good to have you here. How are you doing? Thank you. How is everything? Are you at work? And how is the family? Please double tap on the screen, guys, to like. Thank you so much. Yeah, so what's your thoughts on gender role in marriage, and then what should you think it should be? What am I saying? So yesterday we had a very wonderful conversation. It began by just being a laugh something, but it later became vulnerable and deep. So somebody asked a question about why does women have to submit. She was saying, why is there submission at all, and why is it the woman that should submit? Thank you so much, journey of my life. Good evening. Always a support system. Thank you so much. I'm really grateful. It's fine. Are you not going to the gym today? Sorry. Are you not going to the gym today? Thank you, Sandra. Let me pin this. Yes. So, what's your thoughts about roles in marriage and what they should be? So normally I don't like to say this is what they say it is, but what do you think about what you have seen it to be, and what do you think it should be? Chiemi, you're in church. Oh wow, that's nice. This evening, yeah, thank you for joining regardless. I'm grateful. Thank you. Please, if you have not tapped the screen, just give my nose a 2 taps to like this live. Just tap on your screen 2 times to say like to to indicate that you like this life, Jesus, right? I'm feeling well from. No gym sis, going home to do laundry, then shopping for kids. Wow. Journey of my life. I'm hearing you talk about kids for the first time. I'm so sorry. That's good to know. How many kids do you have? Wow. I don't see them in your shorts and everything. That's good to know. You only talk about your husband a lot, and that's so beautiful. How many kids do you have? Shopping for them. Please shop for me too. 5 boys. Wow, you must be a very strong woman to have 5 boys. Wow. That's a lot. And that's energy speaking. I can't even imagine having 2 boys. It's a lot. Wow, thank God for you. You are very strong and you do all what you do with 5 boys. Wow. I hail you. Well done, well done. Thank you so much. Hi, Fadessa. Good evening. How are you? So you ate your akara alone, Abi? Good to see you too, Osas. Thank you so much. Let's get started. Let's know your thoughts, please. Let's know your thoughts. You love kids. That's nice. To have 4 boys, to have 5 boys, you should really love kids because it's a lot. It's a lot. And I just trust that, like something we said yesterday again about this thing. We spoke about this marriage. Somebody are saying to us that she feels like women are suffering because of submission, which we corrected the notion that it's not submission making you to suffer. Like everybody, not only women suffer or go through a lot, it's a human thing, and most of the time why we suffer is maybe because we don't go through the normal process, do this and don't do this. But most times we want to try and do what they say we should not do to just testosterone, or we want to pervert some principles to fit us, and then we end up having issues. So that was one thing we spoke about. And then we also said that we don't know who put the notion for our men to think that, because she was really saying a lot of things out of anger. I don't know if it's anger or bitterness or concern, that there's a lot of things women do, and why is it now the same woman that does a lot that should submit? So whatever her husband says, she just has to be nodding. I said, not really, you guys are partners, so most times you make decisions together, but at the point where you have maybe varying opinions, you guys have to come together, and because you agree that this man is going to be your husband, it's left for you to agree to submit at that moment to what he has to say. And because God has said you should submit to your husband, that is how it should be. Yes. And then we now went on to say that men should support their wives, because it looks like woman does a lot, and most times there's this notion that when a man provides, once he gives you money for the home and provides, he tends to relax, thinking that he has done all. And I remember saying that I think when God, Bible or the instruction comes for a man to provide, it's not only financial provision. There are a lot of provision. There is the financial, there is the emotional. I don't know if that one is this is, but you have a place to give your spouse. That's both ways now. There is also the security part of provision, a lot part. So supporting your spouse is beyond giving her money. No, that's what we said. And yeah, so I was saying that to say, journey of my life, I'm trusting you that you are going to raise your boys to be exceptional men, exceptional models for men in this generation, because a lot of notion about men and marriage and all this, when a man, yes, we said it. Yes, thank you, Fadessa. She said from this scripture, Ephesians 5:22-24, that wives should submit. And I also said that that same passage also talks about submitting one to another, but in the place of the family there is supposed to be a structure and order. So God placed the man on top so that everybody is not talking at the same time, or nobody knows when to submit to authority. So God made the man the head as an authority figure, but you guys are partners. And most times, if you will agree with me, most of the decisions that your husband takes, you influence this one way or the other. If you married somebody that knows what leadership means, you guys discuss and decide. So yeah, so today I now decided, okay, let's just talk about the roles in marriage. What do you think the roles in marriage should be? Do you think there's a fixed role for a man, a fixed role for a woman, and or do you think that there's no definite role as far as some things are concerned, but in other areas we should work together. So what's your thoughts? Yeah. Osas, I can't wait to know your thoughts. Yeah. Anyway, I think I've spoken a lot. I'm not talking again. Let me wait for you guys to talk. Fadessa. Let me know your thoughts. What have you seen in marriage? Whether you are married or not, what have you seen either in your own marriage, in other people's marriage, or heard generally that you agree with, or what is it that you have not agreed with, you are still thinking about it, this thing is not supposed to be so, and what are your thoughts that you think should be considered? Yeah, that's the word. Whew. Okay, I don't think I'm seeing. I'm not seeing some comments. Okay. Okay. Fadessa says, but don't be a sufferhead, Sha. What do you mean by sufferhead, Fadessa? These comments are not coming here. They are dropping late. Let me look at them here. Okay. What do you mean by don't be a sufferhead, Fadessa? Let me know what you mean. I'm just seeing this your comment now. What's your idea on being a sufferhead? Journey of my life says suffering. Okay, I think she was going to say suffering comes from disembowering your true self for what's not right for you, my belief. Like when you suffer yourself, suffering comes from dismembering your true self from what's not right for you. Okay, maybe taking on something that is not meant for you, you are going to do it, you are going to suffer because it's not your true self. Am I saying what I'm saying right? Journey of my life, is that what you meant? As per gender roles, agree with your spouse on how you want to run your home. Okay, so there's no fixed anything. It depends on the two people now and what they have decided and how they want to run their home. Okay, thank you, Fadessa. Hi, Lonji and Carol. I don't know why I'm not seeing. I hope you guys can see me well though. I'm not seeing your comments here. I have to be reading them from the other phone. Sorry. Hi, Lonji and Carol. How are you today? Good to see you this morning. I was so excited to see you guys this morning. Okay, Fadessa, you said you lost me for a few seconds. Where? Head meaning trying to impress at your detriment. Oh, trying to impress at your detriment. So what you mean is the idea of marriage is not for impressing. It's to be yourself and give your best because you want it to work, not because you want to impress. So if you want to impress, how long do you want to impress? For life? Because marriage is a long time, let me say a lifetime journey, because after it's supposed to be death do you part. So as long as you're alive, you're supposed to stay married, all things being equal. So if you're impressing, the question is for how long will you impress somebody? Okay, I get you. Elvo, I'm waiting for your own thoughts. So sorry, I'm not engaging, I'm cooking but still here. Okay, Sandra, that's fine, thank you. I think there should be first an understanding of your roles as a man or woman in the marriage. Please, let's know more. Expand more on what you think, what you are trying to say about it, your understanding the roles. Are you saying that there are some fixed roles that should be understood? Please, let's know. Okay, thank you, Elvo. It says you can see me. Okay. It happened to me the other time. I couldn't read the comments. What causes that? We are good and you. Okay, my sister, I don't know. And now I still can't read them. Where I'm filming from, but thank God I can read them through this other phone. It would have been a disaster. Hey, Precious Chiwe. Precious Chiwe, I just did like a Sonia for you, because that's what Sonia does when she wants to call your name or when you have given her a big task to do. Thank you so much for coming today. I'm so glad to have you here. You that you're a fellow twin like me, you're supposed to be the one giving me the maximum support. But anyway, thank you for coming. You finally made it. You said it by yourself. Thank you, Precious. How are you today? How are you doing? How was your day? If not, a man won't do a little and expect the woman to continue. You mean if the roles are not understood? Okay, that's when a man will do a little and expect you to continue because he doesn't know, or you guys have not agreed to understand. Okay, each roles. I get you now. Okay, Precious, let me know your thoughts. So Fadessa says, exactly, Louisa. For how long? Really, how long do you want to be pretending to your spouse? How long, please? Hey, that pretense cannot last. In fact, do people pretend in marriage? I don't know how you can pretend in marriage, because I know people pretend when they're in relationships just because they want to get married. And once they get married, they know that they've hooked this person, so they start to show their true color. So people that pretend even in marriage, I wonder how they do it. Precious is saying hi to everyone. Hi, Precious. I just saw your new video. I watched it after this live. Okay, so but what are the roles? What do you guys think that are the fixed roles? Are there fixed roles for both, for the man, and a fixed role for the woman? And what are the roles that we can understand to maybe share or do together? What do you guys think? Is there a fixed role? Because I can't remember seeing in the Bible where there was a role. But in case you saw, let me know. But really, is there anywhere that there is role given to? Hi, Precious. I watched your new video. Okay. Lange and Carol, you're doing well. Good to know your day was fine, Precious. Good to know. Mine was equally okay. Just struggling with cold. Yeah. So what are you guys saying? Fadessa, Lange and Carol, Precious, Osas, what's your thought now? What do you think? Are you fine with what we have known or we have come to see that the roles are? Because where we are now, there's, in fact, anybody that is getting married or is not even married yet already have a clue of what the roles are because of what we have seen in our society. Is that, what's the basis? What where did these roles come from? And do you agree with them? If yes, why? If no, which ones, what are the ones you do not agree with, and why don't you agree with them? Yeah, so guys, because for me, I don't even know what I think. I just think that I was going to say giving birth is not a role actually. That one is an ability that was given you from heaven. So because I remember yesterday while we were talking, from the question MK asked, we pondered on that question till we got to the place where, yes, she was saying that she thinks submission has been abused by some men, and then she feels like even when you and your husband is working, maybe both of you are working now, and in the case of maybe you're abroad where everybody works because they have to meet some bill payments and then meet, so both spouse goes to do night duty and comes back, and then it is still in the head of both, or maybe the husband, that no matter how tired we both are, you still know that you should go into the kitchen and prepare meals, prepare food for us. You still know that you should cater to the children and all those things. Is that an abuse, or is just a normal thing that you should know that this thing is a woman's responsibility, that we have come to know? As a woman, you are supposed to tend and fend for the house and the family. So you should know, your instinct should tell you that you are back from work. No matter how tired you are, we need to eat. You will cook the food. It's your duty. The children need to be settled, to be prepped and everything. Is your duty. What do you guys think? Okay. So Lonja and Carol says, when it comes to marriage and roles, I speak from a biblical perspective that may seem old-fashioned, especially nowadays. Husband's role is to love and provide. A wife submits to the husband. Okay, so when you say husband's role is to love and provide, is it just the love we know and the provide we know, or a lot is embedded in this loving and providing, and wives come to submit? Because the instance I use now is, when I say roles now, I'm talking about chores, things to do, like the chores in the house. Is there a role that is given to the woman as a woman? This is your role, by understanding of both couples, or that's the standard for it, that if you marry now, this is what it should be? Is it in the Bible? These verses are often interpreted as assigning different but complementary roles to men and women. But when typically seen as providers and leaders, and women as, with men typically seen as providers and leaders, and women as nurturers and supporters. Okay. These verses are often interpreted as assigning different but complementary roles. Fadessa, this is deep. Yeah. Okay, so the men should provide and lead, while women should nurture and support. Wow. Okay, so but what does this now mean in the home front? Does it now mean that as long as you are providing and you are leading, what does leadership mean actually? That's another thing we said yesterday. However, the Bible also emphasizes mutual love, respect, and partnership. For example, Ephesians 5:21 begins by calling both husband and wife to submit to one another out of reverence for Christ. Okay. Suggesting mutual submission and cooperation, Proverbs 31 portrays a woman who is strong, industrious, and capable of managing household and business affairs. Capable of managing household and business affairs. Okay. The chores of the business, showing that women can take a diverse role in marriage and family. Yes, that's what I'm saying. The fact that women, of course, women were blessed with that, so women can take diverse roles, and that's what happens now. True. Okay, let me read Lanjan. The chores are for women, then husband provides everything. In God's ideal marriage, a woman stays at home and take care of the kids, and the man must work. Lanjan and Carol, I really want to know where this is written. Like, this is deep. The chores are for the women, then husband provides everything. I like your second line. In God's ideal marriage, this God's ideal marriage where a woman stays at home and take care of the kids. Please, can you give us a link to this? Because a lot of people will disagree. Do you understand? Especially the men now and the feminist women. They're going to disagree with this. This stay at home now. People will disagree. But for me, I don't care what people say, as long as I can see what is being said. As far as Bible that says something, I believe it. As far as God says something, as a rule, I believe it. So please, let's know. Because yesterday we were also saying that what happened, because this person that was, when MK was talking about this role, she was saying that, how come I'm a woman, I'm the one submitting, meanwhile the role of a man which is working, I also now work, I also now do every other chore. Am I not doing a lot? And I was saying that in the old times, somebody also said that in the old times, men were working while women were to stay at home. And somebody said that even when she stays at home, the man will employ a help for her in the house, knowing that there's a lot she's doing. But what changed? I'm not very sure what changed, but I want to think that maybe as the woman was staying at home, maybe she felt some form of maybe being looked down on, because where did this feminist idea come from, that a woman now wants to also be a career woman, a woman now wants to be outside there juggling the space for men with men? I'm not saying it's wrong, I'm just saying, when did that start? What brought it? Was there a mistake in the place of the man to make the woman feel like that I'm staying at home and doing all these things does not mean I cannot go out and work? So now make it look like a norm now for every woman to want to work. She doesn't even care. A woman will give birth to, they want to resume work tomorrow. Do you understand? So I'm saying there's supposed to be a balance. And you should work because you should have your own money. But how do we balance these things? And not forget that the most important thing is that God gives a woman instruction to build her home. So what are you doing to the building of the home that God has called you? Because if we look at it like Lange and Carol said now, that the man is to provide. He's going out doing his job for provision, right? And the woman should nurture the home. And now, this woman wants to go and do what the man is doing to provide. She's running around like she should run. So what happens to the home? And because she wants to earn to have her own money, which is understandable, how should she balance running to get money and also not failing the responsibility God has given her to nurture the home? Let's hear you. Precious says, well, okay. There's a lot of comments here. Okay. Fadessa says, I believe that roles in marriage should be more fluid and based on the couple's strengths, needs, and mutual agreements rather than rigidity assigned by gender. Okay. Good. When Adam and Eve sinned, God said Adam will till the ground. Eve will go through labor pains. Okay. This labor pains, was it not for delivery alone? Well, society has made it look like it's the man's duty to do all the house chores. Okay, woman's duty in the house. But when you have a reasonable and supportive partner who understands that chore isn't meant for women alone, then he will always support you in doing the chores. Also, it's the sole responsibility of a man to love and provide while the woman submit to him. But some men are actually misinterpreting the submission idea as if it's a slave role. Wow. I wish MK is here to hear this, because it was MK that asked this question yesterday. She was just talking about how the word submission has made a lot of women suffer, which I don't agree that it's submission that is making us suffer. But she also came from the angle where, and I think that's the number one reason why women don't like the word submission, because maybe they misunderstood the definition of what submission should mean, and also maybe the men are not approaching the submission thing as it's supposed to be. Yeah, so I agree with you, Precious. I agree with you. The key biblical principle is that marriage should reflect love, respect, and partnership, with each spouse serving and supporting the other. Shikena. Yes, so Fadessa, I totally agree with you. I will work because I want, otherwise I will stay single if I must provide for myself. I don't understand. I will work because I want, otherwise I will stay single if I must provide for myself. I don't understand. Are you saying you can't be married and provide for yourself? I don't get lunch. Okay, let me read your second follow-up message. The issue of submission is not a big deal. If the husband loves the wife, she will automatically submit. Lange and Carol, were you on my live yesterday? You are saying exactly what I said yesterday. That if your husband loves you, you will submit automatically, just like Sarah, who called Abraham my Lord. It is because Abraham loved her. So right. Thank you so much, Lange and Carol. Yes, I remember somebody else also saying yesterday that even the Sarah that called her husband Lord, that was very submissive to Abraham, she also was the one that called a lot of the shots in the family. The Ishmael that Abraham gave birth to, it was Sarah that pushed him to go and sleep with the maid. Left for Abraham. God told him to wait, that he's going to give him a child from his own loins. He he was waiting, but in Sarah's mind, she was too old and she didn't see the possibility. So she told him, go and sleep with. That's why I was saying that a lot of the times when partners are friends and they understand our partners not the head or the tail or the neck in every situation, you communicate and then you guys will decide. Most times when somebody will say yesterday that sometimes the man makes the decision, but when you have communicated before time, it might be that he has weighed his own thoughts and your thoughts and agrees to go for your thoughts, but he's the one that will declare that, okay, let us go for what you have said. So that's where you submit. And I also remember saying that if you don't want to submit, don't marry the man. That you have agreed to marry somebody means you have agreed to know that this person is worthy of submission. This person, I can trust this person to make decisions for the family at every point in time. That's when you agree to marry him. So why have you married him now and you are contesting what submission should be? Yeah. Staying at home no longer works for women, no, unless for someone who is lazy or feels like she wants the husband to provide everything at home. Let both parties work. Okay, Precious, I'm waiting for your follow-up message. Yeah, she's saying staying at home no longer works for women. Yes, it no longer works because everybody wants to be able to earn for themselves and do something with their life. But I want us to, I don't know if we can go to the root of this. Where did this thing come from? Because I saw that Alange and Carol was saying that the men should work, the women should stay at home and nurture the home. But okay, if that is the principle, a lot of us would argue because why should we stay? Okay, the husband should provide while the wife contributes when necessary. Most importantly, the love, submission, and mutual respect should be there. Okay. I'm Precious, I work because I want to, not because I must provide. Okay. It is a God-given mandate that men must provide. So, Precious, when you are working, what are you working for? To contribute when necessary, right? Or you're working to contribute. Okay, I'm coming from two ways now. I want to ask you a question. What of in the case where your husband doesn't need your contribution? Because I think that most times when women are saying they want to work to contribute, look, it's not true. You want to work to have your own money so that you can feel good for yourself, which is a good reason. But this you're contributing, I'm suspecting it. Contributing to what? To yourself or to the home? And is that the only thing? Because yes, contributing to the home is also good, but is that your main reason? I really don't think so. So Lange is saying that she will work because she wants to work, not because she must provide. It's not her duty to provide. It's a God-given mandate that men must provide. Okay, I think that's why Precious used contribute. Maybe you would have said support. Okay, so that you're contributing doesn't mean the husband is not providing. He's providing. You just feel like you want to be a part to support him. Okay, women work and lock funds. Those always come in handy. Is that supposed to be women work and lock the funds? Okay, those always come in handy. When do they come in handy for this? When the man doesn't have enough to support him. Hi everyone, good evening. Thank you. Good evening, Vera. Thank you so much for coming. Well, I'm not married, but personally I want my husband to provide necessities, in bracket, fees, rent, upkeep. I will work and provide what I can, and miscellaneous. Okay. Yes, we work so that we feel good. So women work so that they feel good. Okay. And send him money too. It doesn't have to be millions, but spoil your man with your money. Yeah. For this a nice one. Serious couples should sit together and discuss. Oh, Daddy, good evening, sir. Welcome. Good to have you here. Serious couples should sit together and discuss the issue of work and training of the child or children, with the couple sharing roles. Because many times one person may not be able to contribute enough. Yeah, I agree with you. Yes, so because in the case that you are saying the man must provide, and maybe what he earns is not enough to cater for the family, that's where your support comes in. Because don't forget that even when he's providing, you guys are partners, so you should be able to meet some other ends that he might not be able to meet. Okay. As for cooking and chores, I don't mind cooking all the meals. I would love to. As for house chores, I don't mind, but a man who loves you won't mind helping. Okay. This house chores thing, I think that a lot of the times we really don't understand what these house chore things are until we are there to until so that he won't mind helping. Does it mean that he helps because he wants to help? Then in the case that it doesn't help, nothing is wrong. It is not a at Launcher and Carry, it's not a must you provide, but it's good to support and contribute when necessary. Okay, spoiling about this part of miscellaneous. Yes, so are you saying if your husband is having difficulty providing some things in the house that you won't contribute? Why not? Why won't you contribute? That's the thing. That's the thing. You're supposed to be able to contribute actually. Is it contribute? I think I'll call it support. Contribute what? Is it I will do your job? I think you meant support actually. Support. Exactly, Vera. It's a discussion between you and your spouse. Yes, are precious when necessary. I agree on that. Okay. If my husband is having difficulty, I will contribute. Okay. Support not contribute. Vanessa, yes, please, if you have not liked this live, guys, please double tap on the screen to like. Very important. Yeah, to support your spouse, not contribute. Yeah, I think it's both ways, but again, yeah, okay. See, all these things people have dropped there, I'm just trying to think about them and ruminate because they are very deep. So discuss with your partner the issues of work and training of the children. Let's talk about this issue of work and training of the children. Yeah, because I want us to balance this working and training. How do we both as couples now balance this working and training of children? Because I would like to say that it might be very difficult to do both like simultaneously one way, like there's no break in any angle. But what do you guys think? How would this work? So because yesterday MK talked about maybe she and her spouse or somebody she was talking about doing night duty. You go to night duty and come back, and you, of course, you know when you do night duty, that maybe that particular day or the 2 days you are on night, so when you come back you're supposed to rest for the other night. So ideally during that daytime you're supposed to sleep well, so that at night when you're working you're not sleeping. So how do we balance this working and training of children? Let's discuss this because it's very important. How do Hey Nathan, say hey my dear lovely girl, can you please do one smile for me? Nathan, you are funny. Good evening, thank you so much for coming. How is India? At last I have one Indian person in my clique now. I'm so happy. How are you, Nathan? How are you today? Because you are here now and it's not yet 8, I know that you are using your data for now, and that I appreciate you. Thank you so much, because I remember you telling me that your Wi-Fi is from 12 to 6. Meanwhile your 12 there is our 8 o'clock here, so it's not yet 8, so you are using your data for now. Thank you, Nathan. How are you? How was your day? Launcher and Carol say support. I love Nigerian English. Yes, so it's support. It's support. Yeah, so guys, what do you think? What do you think? How do we navigate this trend? Because I like these comments that my dad made here. That's where I'm bringing this from. He says serious couples should sit together. So imagine yourself and your spouse sitting down to discuss the issue of work and training of the child or the children with the couple sharing roles, because many times one person may not be able to contribute enough. So what he's saying is that one person might not be able to contribute or to support the family or provide at a particular time. So how do you share this? So it now means that both of you have to work, but how do you now navigate working plus raising your kids together? How do you do that? Because yes, you are supposed to earn to be able to survive, raise the kids, send them to school, but also you are supposed to be available and also present to ensure that you train them, nurture them in the way that they should go. So how do you think there should be a balance? Should we balance this? And how are we doing it now? Anyway, we can't say how we do it because we don't know how. I think every home does these things differently. But what are your thoughts on this? How do you think the training of good to get your positive vibe, my dear. Thank you so much, Nathan. The training of children is the mother's responsibility. The father helps, but the mother is a primary trainer. Okay, so the father helps. Are you saying that the father's duty in raising the child is from the help angle? I understand the woman being a primary, because whether intentionally or not, the mother is the primary trainer, which is it just happens automatically. So well, I might not be married, but I don't see anything bad in helping out or supporting your husband. Yes, I agree with you, Precious. There's nothing wrong. In fact, you should marry to support, because Bible calls you a help. So if you are not helping in any way, you are wrong. But also, you don't focus your help in just finances alone, because in every area of the home, you're supposed to be supporting. Because even the children that you are catering for and being a primary help to or primary trainer to, that's the biggest, I think that's the biggest support you can ever give your husband, because I think he would rather you do that and do that very well than giving him, going to work and giving him money, meanwhile the children are not being nurtured and trained. Please guys, let me hear your thoughts. Do you think I'm right to say this? Because I think that what you do in the home also is also a level of support while you also earn. Because I'm not saying don't earn, no, earn, no, earn, but I'm just trying to say there's a balance. Precious, why are you laughing? You and your spouse should agree how you navigate etal. Okay, yes. This should be discussed before marriage itself. Yes, fathers, I agree with you. Because when you are married now, whatever you guys have had or the thoughts, and don't forget everybody's entering marriage with something in their head, they have an expectation or what they have seen and they are visualizing their marriage to be. It might somehow be too late discussing that, because you have entered. Discuss it before the time so that you can agree, come to a mutual ground on how to do a lot of things. Because arguing about all these things in marriage or when the situation is already on ground, it might be a very, very funny experience or position to be. Guys, I'm home, thank God. I go listen. Thank you so much, journey of my life. How was the shopping? Ask about how you handle worst case scenarios. If this happens, what do we do? Yes, very important to Fidesa. Very, very important. Fidesa. Since I call her Fidesa. Yeah. The mother's bond with the baby at pregnancy. For my church, women are to sing for the baby, read stories for babies while they are inside. Pray for the baby. Yes, true. True. Yeah. But I don't think this is exclusive to women also, because Please, guys, give me a second. Okay, guys. So yes, Lanja and Kara was also saying that the mother borns with the baby at pregnancy. Yes, from my church, women are to sing for them. Yes, because you are carrying the baby. Yes, you should sing for them. You should read stories to them. You should pray for them. Yes, but I also believe that, and I also know that there are also men that still take advantage of these times to bond with their babies. They still hold their wife's tummy, praise for them, speak to them, because believe me, as the child hears your voice and they say the child knows, the same way if they hear their father's voice, they should also know. And it's an opportunity to also bond. So I don't think that, yes, we'll bond better, yes, because they are in us, but I think every opportunity that the father has to do that, you should take it and do it well. Laundry, darling, blessings. Okay. Yes, Fedesa, on discussion being done before getting married. Yeah, I don't go. Yes, it's more close at 9 p.m. It's 3 p.m. now. Doing laundry, then go outside the hobby. Okay. Enjoy yourself. Journey of my life. Fedesa, you should be a relation. I said me and Fedesa will have. Me and Fedesa are going to have a video together. Maybe Fedesa, you should come up with the topic. We need to do a video together. From the first day I watched your, even today when I was streaming your playlist, when I was watching your Dessa and her inner stuff, that the playlist where you just say some short stuff, most of them are on love, and I'm like, this lady. So myself and Fadessa, we're going to do a video one together once. You should be a relationship expert, right? A marriage counselor. Your points are profound. True. Father should bond though. Touch tummy, sing for the baby, rub the tummy, talk to the. Hey, exactly what I said. Yes, they should bond. And white fathers do so. Unfortunately, Fadessa, these fathers don't sing for the baby. Which of the fathers would? The ones I know they do. That is why we should let them. Some of them don't know that they should do these things, but tell them. Oh, they have to, unless they don't intentionally don't want to, but maybe they just don't know. They should. Yes, your deep dives. I enjoyed it. Lanshi and Carol, yeah, some of them don't know actually. Father sir, why are we saying? Anyway, maybe you typed before me, but I've just seen it. Some of them don't know, and they should be taught. They should know. That's why I'm saying that for someone like Journey of My Life that has 5 boys, ma'am, you have a lot of work to do to change the narrative of what we see to be known for men and all these things. Now, please, God will help you to do so, because really a lot is expected. A lot. In fact, I think that if the man is the head, is responsible, there is still a way. Even the man knows that he wants his children to be, all things being equal. So I think to a very great extent, or sometimes there are some things that he should intentionally pour in the wife to pour in the child, knowing that I might not have enough access to this child, but with the few times I speak with my wife, I commune with my wife, I should be able to pass in some things to her that I know she can pass with her. For instance, for me now, let me tell you something. Let me be a little vulnerable now. I speak pidgin a lot, and sometimes I'm speaking pidgin and my husband is like, can you speak English please? So when I was pregnant, he used to tell me, Loki, that you need to stop speaking this pidgin too much so that you don't pass pidgin to the children. Very important. So what I'm saying is that an intentional father would know that, okay, I might not have as much access as I want to with this child, or you might have a lot of time more with them to bond. So I should give you some things that I know you might not have, that I want you to pass with the child, or equip you to be able to equip this child. But that you just come and you are thinking that because it's the wife's place to nurture, she should nurture irrespective of what she's nurturing. No, as a leader you should supervise. So am I nurturing this child well enough? Your husband should be able to say, do this and do this and don't do this. Because that you are a nurturer does not mean you have the total capacity to nurture. Very important, very important. I wanted to say my dad should say something about this. Hi mama, good evening ma, welcome. I'm seeing my mom here. I want you guys to come and say something about this. So gender, the roles of the husband and the wife in the family. Thank you so much for joining. How are you doing, mama? Sorry guys. Yes, they want to be constantly reminded like babies. Like Kara, are you angry? Really? And so sometimes I don't want to fully blame the men. That's why I'm saying that for those that are parents, they should be sorry guys, my light. They should be intentional to train these men, because they might not know, because they were not taught. So you as a parent now, tell yourself that my boys, my sons would know these things, and because maybe they grew up to see that their father doesn't do it and they don't know that they should do it. And believe me, you can't give what you really don't have. So it's not their fault. That's why we're saying we should put enough effort to train men differently now. I think I have a lot of messages I've not read. Okay. We need to communicate with them on what we want them to do, how we want them to do it, why we want them to do. Yes, it's a partnership. We should all communicate with one another. So Lange and Caro, where you come from, they don't do it, but you and your family can be a difference. Like the KZN Zulu men can't even change diapers. I'm assuming you're talking about South African men. Or what's KZN? Yes, Fadesa, communication is key. Yeah, not sounding like we are complaining, but basically explain something like you are explaining to a child. Men are babies. Oh. Fadesa, don't let them hear you. Yes, they want to be constantly reminded like babies. Yes, so men should be present. Good evening, French classes. Yeah. Hey, Louissa, Nathan. If you don't mind, I want to ask you one thing. Please ask me, Nathan. Have you planned any idea to do a home tour video for us? If I asked anything wrong, it means I'm sorry, Lucia. No, you didn't ask anything wrong. It's a question, but not really. I don't plan to, because I'm not a lifestyle vlogger. What I do is sit down videos. I just sit down and teach about relationships, family, and faith. I've not planned to do any house tour or home tour, but never say never. Maybe one day, but I'm not thought of it. I don't plan to do it. You know, we have some lifestyle vloggers. They have, that's their niche, to do lifestyle. So they take you around about everything about them. So they do that, but that's not my niche really. So I don't know. But would you want one, Nathan? I'll think about it. I'm not angry. I'm commenting on what Fadesa said, that we should communicate with them, tell them what we want. Yes, Lange and Carol, let's communicate with them and tell them, because really, what you want, your spouse might not know, and what they want, you might not know. That's why they say to us, especially with women, we assume that the men should know, and they used to tell us that don't assume he knows. Tell him what you want him to do. Do you understand? So, and do you know the truth? Most times they really want to do it, but they just don't know what it is that you want. So as much as you communicate with them, most of the times they will do it. Please guys, if you have not double tapped on the screen, please double tap on the screen to like this live. Thank you. So I don't know, every time we talk about marriage and relationships, there's one word that keeps coming again and again. Who can guess that word? Father, so why are you saying yes to 100%? Who can guess the one word? Every time we talk about relationship, we talk about marriage, spouses, husband and wife, there's one word that comes repeatedly. Who can guess that word? I can't wait to see the first person that will guess it. Father, sir, I said we will do a video together one day. You didn't shout yes. This yes is what? They want to help but don't know how to. Okay. Yes, that they want to help, but are you saying yes to the fact that me and you will do a sit down video one day as regards relationships and marriages? Let me know. So guys, what's the one word that has been repetitive since we've been talking about family and relationships? I'm excited though. Let's do the video. We'll do it for this. Don't worry, we'll do it. We'll do it. But we have to plan for two different videos. So unless you don't mind, because normally you're supposed to do two, one for your channel and one for mine. Tell him nicely to avoid misunderstanding or him seeing it from an angle of control. That's another one. Tell him nicely to avoid misunderstanding or him seeing it from an angle of control. I feel like the fact that it's not a man saying this, a woman saying this. Okay, so yes, we should tell them, remind them, because they might not know, but the way we tell them will determine if they take it or not, or they do it. Yeah, so tell them. Okay. Oh, okay, Louisa, I think you are saying anything, but I can't understand because you said very speed. It's true, you told me yesterday that I talk very fast. Hey, later. Okay, I'll answer you again. Okay, you're asking. Okay, let me talk to Nathan now. Guys, 1 minute, let me talk to Nathan. Nathan, you were asking if I was going to do a house tour or if I planned to do a house tour. And I said that I have not thought of it. I don't have it in mind because I don't do lifestyle video. That's not my niche. My niche, or what I mean by niche, is what I do or what this channel is dedicated to do most of the time are sit down videos talking about faith, family or relationships. But also occasionally there might be times when I'm doing maybe a family vlog that I can do it somewhere in the house. It's possible, but that I should take people around to do a house tour, I've not thought of it. But never say never. I might do it one day, but it's not in my plan now, or I've not thought about it. Can you hear me? Did you hear what I said, Nathan? Let me know if you got me now or you want me to repeat myself. I'm sorry, I have cold. Nathan, did you get what I said now? Sure, two makes sense. Yes, Vanessa, two makes sense. French class is well put. Basically, don't sound like his mother. Yes, a mother scolding her child. Yes, so don't go and say, come here. This is what you are supposed to do. Don't you know that you are supposed to lay hand on my stomach and talk to your child? Is it my child? Did I get to make the child alone? Why do you do as if you don't have sense? Or why are you doing like that? Don't you know what you should do? No, not really. Because if there's something I heard over and over again before I got married, is that men are not looking for second mothers most of the time. I know sometimes they say that they want to marry a lady like their mother because they love their mother, but not in the angle of telling them what to do. No, I think when they say they want a woman like their mother, is to love them like their mother loved them, not the correction and the jigger. So yes, you can tell him nicely in a way that he will understand. Yeah. Okay, Lansha and Carol, that's fine. What's the time in South Africa now? I'm sleepy, but I'll have my phone on silent and I'll stay connected to the live until the very end. Thank you so much, Lansha. I appreciate you. The man doesn't need another mother. Yes, he doesn't need another mother. He doesn't need another mother that will not be instructing him on what to do. No, he doesn't. Yeah, that's correct. So communication is important. How you communicate is important. The tone at which you communicate, very, very important. Very important. Then guys, another question I have for you guys. Why it's usually said that ladies tilt more towards their dads while guys tilt more to their mothers. Why is that? What do you know the psychology behind that? Or nobody knows, it's just what happens, it's just how it's meant to be. Nathan, you didn't confirm that you heard what I said. Nathan, did you hear what I said? Did my explanation come smoothly to you? Nathan, let me know. The man doesn't need another mother. Maybe I'm off my lights, even though I'm still showing well. Guys, do you like this light? Do you like this like this, or you prefer it with the lights? I think I was liking it the other way, but let me ask my people. Do you guys like it when the light was off, or you prefer this light on my face? So this saying that the man doesn't need another mother, but most of them always say that they want a woman like their mother. They want a woman like their mother. So what do they mean when they say that? Closer to my mom actually, but yeah, I hear that daughters tilt more to their fathers. What? I really don't know. I don't know what is there a psychology behind it. That guys will love their mother more and ladies will love their father. It just went to the opposite. Girls to their father, guys to their mother. Nobody got the word I was talking about. Nobody got the word I was talking about. There is always a constant when we are talking about faith, family, and relationship. What's the constant word? When we are talking about relationships, marriage, all these things to do with love and relationship, what's the constant word that is almost repeated every time? Who can guess? Oh, okay, fine, Louisa, go with your plan. I hope you become very soon to achieve what you want to do in this social media. All the very best. And always congratulations from my side to you, my dear lovely. Thank you so much, Nathan. Amen. Thank you. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Thank you. Father, even you don't know the one word. That's one word that is always repetitive. What's the word? What's the word? I thought somebody would get it immediately I said it that time. Because I just finished talking about that word before I now said, what's the word? Nathan has reminded me yesterday and today that I rap. I know that I talk very fast. And nobody has told me that since I've been coming live. I know that I rap. I talk fast, like So but Nathan has brought me to the part that I need to slow down and speak, which is something I'm trying to learn to do. It's just that when I'm in the midst of passion, I just start talking fia. And someone like Nathan will not hear me. It's about the care that girls get from their fathers and care that boys get from their mothers. I was going to say this that wow, that's true, because fathers tend they tend to pamper the daughters more, because mothers, they are women, so they want to train the child, and training, we want to be pampered, so we go to who pamper us. Meanwhile, for the mothers, they are loving the sons most of the time, training the daughter, so the sons want love. So that means everybody goes towards where they feel love. Is that what it means? Girls attached to fathers and sons attached to mothers is a natural phenomenon that hasn't been spelled out correctly, but very real. Wow, nice. Girls attached to fathers and sons attached to mothers. Well, normally you would think that it's supposed to be the other way around. That the girls should stick to their mothers so that they can get to learn how she does things, why she does things the way she does, because there is the mother role they are going to play in future. Why it's supposed to be the other way around? But maybe that's another thing. Maybe we tilt towards love, not wanting training most of the time. Because if I ask in a poll and say, um, love and training, choose one. Everybody's gonna choose love. It's just that this generation, now many people when they hear love, they hear their exes, so they'll say who love help, who love help. No, no, no. Love, the real love, like love in the realest form. If I'm to say choose between love and training or love and mentorship, which would you choose? Hi Cynthia, good evening. Welcome to the live. Thank you so much for always coming back. Cynthia, do you do live? I've never joined your live, and that's so sad. Do you go live, and when do you go live? I'm not seeing you. Let it not be that you go live and I'm not being able to come. That would be bad. Wow, so girls tilt towards their mothers. So when you have a lot of sons, you do more work because they will tilt towards you. So someone like Johnny of my life now, all the sons will tilt towards their mom. I choose love because in real love, there's mentorship. Wow. I choose love because in real love, there's mentorship and there's training. So it means that people that go for love, like, because of course it has to be children, and because they are children, they might not know that. So they see love as a softer approach, and then they go for love, not knowing that in that love they can also get training, but the way they get it, because it's in love, they tend to get it faster. So love should be chosen rather than training, because in true love there will be training. Wow. In true love there is mentorship and there is training. This life I'm learning a lot though. Okay, Cynthia, I'm looking forward to you going live so that I can be coming to your life, because this commitment, I don't know how to appreciate it, but thank you so much. Thank you. I don't know how to say what is on my mind in English, but so Nathan, you type so well that I don't know why you don't know how. And let me read. You type so well. I've not misunderstood any of your writing so far, so you are doing well in English. Very well. For an Indian, you are doing well. I don't know how to say what is on my mind in English, but I plan to say many things to share with you, but it will be very easy to share with you in my language, but I can't do that in English. Nathan, try. You can do it. I'll try and understand, because I want you to share the things you want to share. Because of my mother tongue, I hope you will understand what I'm saying. Nathan, I understand you totally. Totally. So try and communicate. By God's grace, I will understand. Hi, Famous. Good evening. Welcome. Famous is asking you guys why you are not tapping on the screen. Nathan, have you tapped on the screen to like this live? Please, if you haven't, please do. Thank you so much, Famous. How do you do? How are you? Famous International. The supportive Famous. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. How was work today? So love, in true love or real love, there is mentorship and there is training. So but now going back to what we were discussing before about the mother nurturing and the father providing, it means that even when the father is to provide and goes to work to provide, when he comes home, as he's loving the child with the few times that he might have access to be with the child, in one way or the other he can instill training and mentorship, because all things being equal, you are the father of this child and you love your child. I hope you guys can hear me. I feel like I'm low now. The cold is blocking my nose, so sorry guys. So yeah, it means that at every opportunity you have to love somebody, you can instill training and mentorship one way or the other. Sandra, cook for me. What are you cooking, Sandra? Cook for me. Well done. Well done, Sandra. Wow. So when there is real love, there's mentorship and there's training. I like that. Oh, wow. Anytime I'm going to come to Abuja, Sandra, I'm going to place my order before time. For the days I'll be in Abuja, by God's grace, is your meal I'm going to deal on. Like, guys, Sandra is a chef. She's also a YouTuber. Please subscribe to her. Subscribe to Famous. Sandra, are you seeing Nathan? Nathan is here. Subscribe to Cynthia's District, Fadesa, everyone on Blue Jackets, French Class for Beginners. Please subscribe to them. Sandra is a food blogger. She cooks sumptuous meals, but sadly for me, she's in Abuja, so I've not been able to test any of her meals, but I really do look forward to those meals. She has saying that she's cooking because she has orders to send by money. That's nice. When I opened your live, my first duty was like my friend Louisa's live. Nathan, you are typing English so well, so why don't you want to tell me what you want to tell me? Tell me, Nathan. Tell me. I'm here, I'm listening, Nathan. Please tell me what you want to tell me. Hello, Nathan. How are you? Nathan, Sandra is saying hi. Hey, Sandra, my dear lovely friend. It's really happy to see you here. Yes. So good to see you here. Thank you so much, everyone. Does anybody have a question for me? Do you have a question while we still chat? Of course, as regards anything and Nathan, I'm waiting for your question, but also the job of training the child should be a full-time job, if not for the issue of providing for family wants. Yes, I agree with you. So yes, because when I was even saying that as a father, because you might not always be present because you are working and providing, the little time you have, you should train. I'm sure that's why he's saying that the job of training should be a full-time job. It's just that because there is work and the need to provide for the home, is an issue, and that's what makes it not a full-time thing. That's what I'm saying. That's why I was asking in the beginning again, that what do you think about this both couple now working? So it means that they are both going to be training this child part-time. So nobody's going to do full-time. How do we do this to ensure that these children still get the best of what they should get? Because it's really not their fault. It's not their fault. So how do we do it? Because the fact that both parents are working now, it means that it's when they are available that they will give these children training. So if I'm to use Lagos as an instance now, because of course I'm in Nigeria, where you work morning till night, and then even at night you can't guarantee when you get home because of traffic. And if you have young children, I mean, by the time you get home they are sleeping and they wake up the next morning to go to school while you are waking up to go to work. In fact, you might even leave home before then because you are trying to beat traffic. So it means that you are having to spend maybe only weekends with these children. So how much can we give to them? And don't forget that when they go to school, they are also mentored and they are also trained. In fact, it now means that they have and spend more time with their school teacher and colleagues and classmates that Is that not another concern now, what they are getting to feed on every day there compared to what they are getting from us when we have time for them? Yes, sir, I understand that. I didn't even see this your comment sef that you are saying by both parents. Yes, by both parents. Looking at family life today, and as important as it is, there has been so much conflict lately. What should a couple do to reduce conflict? This is another question. I'm going to pin this now. Looking at family life today, and as important as it is, there has been so much conflict lately. What's causing this conflict? What should a couple do to reduce conflicts to zero level? Guys, I hope you are still here. Please, if you are still here, say, I was going to pin this, but I can't even pin it because the phone I'm using to film is not, I can't see this comment here. I can't see this comment here. I don't know what is wrong actually. But so guys, you are seeing this comment now. What do you guys think? What's the cause of this conflict that is everywhere now as regards the family? And what should the couple do to reduce this conflict to zero level? Not just to minimal, to zero. Like, can we solve these conflict issues? How do we solve them? What do we do to solve them? Please, if you are still here, let me know. I have 7 wonderful people here. I'd like to know who and who they are. Please let me hear you say hi or I'm here. Please, I want to know your thoughts too. How do we reduce this to zero level? So, of course, the questionnaire, French class for beginners, is one. The truth is that both parents should be available to raise a total child. Yes, they will be. They are both available, but of course, when they are available, when they are not at work. So, guys, what do you have to say about this? Okay, Fadessa, that's fine. That's fine. So you are here. So Fadessa is here. Who else is here? Let me know. Welcome back, Fadessa. Do you see the question above? It says, looking at family life today as important as it is. So this question is emphasizing that family life is very important. And there has been so much conflict lately in that same family life. What should a couple do to reduce conflict to zero level? Welcome back, Fedesa. Welcome back. Nathan says, I always want to say to you that I'll support always to be here to support you and Sandra. I don't care whether I understand your slang of English or not. Wow, Nathan. But I'm always always here to support you and Sandra. Always. This is only what I want to say to you always and forever. Thank you so much, Nathan. I really appreciate you. I really appreciate this. Thank you so much. Thank you. What's thank you in India? I know the greeting is namaste. That's greeting, right? Namaste. I feel like my voice is locked. So let's say namaste. That's greeting. What's thank you? Nathan, you need to teach me India also. So what's thank you? I want to say thank you to you in India. In Indian language. So how do you reduce conflicts to zero level? should be faithful to their family and do what it takes to make it work. Wow. People should be faithful to their family and do what will make it work. So, with this, is saying that to reduce conflict level, that you are faithful to your family means that, because faithfulness is being committed to ensuring that this family is working. So whatever you are doing, if your priority is to make your marriage and your family, sorry guys, excuse me, if your priority is to make your family to work, it means that 99% of the time what you are doing is the right things. So just imagine yourself and your spouse doing this same thing. Everything you are doing is to ensure that your family works. The conflict level will be so minute and will be reduced to a very large extent. Thank you so much for that, Daddy. Recognize that you are not in conflict with each other, but rather approaching the issue from different viewpoints. Focus your energy on resolving the problem, not on the person. Hi. Thank you, Vanessa. So, when issues come, because issues will always come, it's normal. Even with people that are not married, siblings, you have lived with your sibling for a very long time, but you still have issues with them, because conflicts will come. But how you resolve it and how you see it is very, very important. So Vanessa is saying that approach the issue, not the person, not your partner, because the issue is what is come to separate you or to cause a conflict. That issue, both of you should tackle the issue, not each other. Very important. Because of you and Sandra's kind response from me, so I only don't care whether I understand your slang or English or not, I'm staying. Thank you, Nathan. Thank you. Raising children is commitment. So whenever the parents are back home, they should find time to find out how the child they went at school. Check their school assignments with them. But in this case now, the parents are mostly not at home when the children are back. For a career parent that wants more money to live in, how do they do this? This is mostly assigned to helps at home that are available. When both parents are working, they can hardly have time to do assignments, because before they come from work, the children have slept, or maybe they've done their assignments and have slept. Keep in mind your partner. Keep in mind your partner is not the enemy, and different perspectives are welcome. You both can't agree on everything. Our individuality in marriage are as important. Yeah, true. Louisa, what you asked me, I can't get. Can you ask me once more? Yes, Nathan, I was saying that I appreciate everything you have said to me, and that I want you to let me know how I can say thank you to you in Indian language. So I want to say thank you to you, but I want to speak Indian today. I want to learn at least one of your language, because as you are committing to understand me, I also want to try to start to understand you little by little. So what is thank you in India? I know namaste is your greeting, but how do I say thank you in India? Hi Linda, good evening. Thank you so much for everything that you do for us, Linda. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming here. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for your teaching today on MK's channel, and thank you for committing to come live with her to teach us real time, like with your expressions and demonstration to show us these things. We really appreciate your effort. So thank you so much. Yes, Vanessa says to find a middle ground every time. Find a middle ground every time. Wow. Good evening to you, Isis. Yes, good evening. Identify the fact that your spouse is not the enemy. The devil is. is the word I was asking for now, Daddy. This is the word I was asking for that nobody got. So he's saying that I think this point is given are 2 points to ensure that you reduce conflict in your marriage to zero level. So the idea is we are saying that the family life is very important, but it's being affected right now at this time, a lot of the time, with a lot of conflict. So how do couples come together to reduce conflict level in their homes? And he's saying that number one, both parents should worship in the same church. Guys, let me know your thought on this, because I know a lot of people that both parents don't attend the same church. So sometimes maybe the children are shared into two, or the children are committed to following one of the parents. What of in the case where both parents are not even the same religion? You have a Christian marry a Muslim. That is, this point is saying that that is a basis for a lot of conflict, religion wise, right? Then number two, it says communication is also key. And that's the word I was asking for. There's a word that every time we talk about relationship, we talk about marriage, that word must come. Always sounds. It's communication. Always, always, always. So to reduce conflicts in your marriage, number one, both spouses should worship in the same church, because you get to hear the same things, which is very important. Then two, you communicate very effectively. The third thing, it says too much friends can cause conflict in marriage, especially when raising children. Hi MK, I just called your name MK. Did you hear your name? Good evening MK, thank you so much for coming. I have a cold. Thank you for coming MK, thank you for the training on your channel. Thank you. I know you are at work now, and that you have even come to join is a lot of blessing to me. Thank you so much for your commitment. I really appreciate you, my friend. Thank you. I don't want to worship the same church, please. Not really. Okay, looks like you always have a grand welcome into this life, and you are so much welcome. Okay, so MK is saying that she doesn't want to worship in the same church. She's not interested. MK, can we know why you are not interested, so that we can start to answer this question? Now, because I'm sure why he's saying this is because before you came, we're talking about how to reduce conflict in homes, because there's a lot of conflict now attacking the family and the homes. But again, we that we are in the home, you and your spouse, it's your duty to ensure that your home works. So we're saying that what can we do to reduce conflict to the barest minimum or to zero level? So we're saying that I'm sure that that point of attending the same church is just to have the same values in very important areas. And you know that your I don't want to use the word religion, because I believe that Christianity is not a religion. So I would say your faith is, I hope you guys can hear me well. I'm so sorry, my nose is clogged, like I have a cold, so it's affecting my voice, but I hope that you can hear me. MK. Okay, Daddy, you are here. Come and answer MK. She says that she doesn't want to attend the same church with her husband. She's not interested. She don't want her pastor's wife to know her husband. Why don't you want your pastor's wife to know your husband, MK? Why? Because your reason can sound good, but on the long haul, the effect will not be good for you. So imagine that you both attend different churches. So who does the children follow to church? Do you share them into two? Then what you are hearing in your church is different from what he's hearing in his church. How do you guys now come to hear the same things, practice the same things to make your home work? Do you understand? That's what we are saying. The idea is not for any other person, it's for both of you to make your home work. Guys, what's your thoughts on this? Most of the person speaking only these three languages, the most. Okay, this is Nathan, right? Okay, MK says, guys, what's your thoughts on this? going to the same church, the effects and the benefits. MK, that's what I'm saying. I'm sure that others will answer. But before I got married, that was one of the bases for choosing a partner. You didn't have to come from my church, but I understood that because I'm the woman, and from my head, I already know that I'm supposed to marry and go to the man, with him, to wherever he is. So it means that I'm going to attend the church he attends. So when a person comes to me, I ask where you worship as one of the questions I ask. And if I don't feel like I can worship where you worship, I don't go with the relationship. Because for me at that point, it's above whether I love you or whether you love me. I'm thinking of the future already. When we get married, how will we worship God together? Because we are supposed to worship God together. So how do we do that if what we believe is not even the same? We're not under the same canopy. Then also, how will we raise our children? We now separate them together. We will now separate them to go here today, go here tomorrow, setting confusion in the home at that early stage. That's my thought on that. So the effect is that you are united, not just as husband and wife. In everything you do a lot of things together. Not especially even serving God. Yes, you might not work in the same place, you don't do the same job, but there are some core values that people should have together. Number one should be your faith. Your faith should be very important. For instance, I had a Muslim one time ask me to marry him, and I was like, no, I can't marry you as a Muslim. And he was wondering why, and I'm like, no, I say whoever I want to marry, I want to worship where they worship, so that we worship the same way. We lead our children in unity to worship the God that we have decided to worship. So if you are saying I should marry you, you are not even a Christian. This is not just a different denomination. This is a different practice. Let me call it that. So I say, so until I agree with myself that I want to live my Christian faith to now become a Muslim, I can't marry you. So these things are very, 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 very important. Like, it's one of the important things to know about a person before you marry them. That's my thought. Nathan says in India there are 3 languages. I want to talk clearly. Nathan says in India there are 3 languages. Most of the persons speaking only these 3 languages. The most in India. One is Hindi, the other is English, and the third is Tamil. Okay. Wow. So in India, these are the 3 main languages: Hindi, English, and Tamil. You say, but my mother tongue is Tamil language. So I want to hear you thinking in my language. So can you please say me Nandri? Nathan, Nandri. This is a Tamil language and it means you are thanking. Nandri, Nathan. Hope I'm pronouncing it well. Nandri. Nandri. Sorry, my voice is echoing because of the cold I have. But Nandri, Nathan. MK, that is the more reason why you should. I feel like we have to experience different church and how things are done. The same God though. If that is your only reason, then as you attend different churches, it's possible for your husband to attract what you fear. We were from different church and we married, so after marriage we all go to our church we came from. No, MK, before you got married you were 2 different beings. You were 2 people. Now that you are married, the idea is to become one. So the church is just one angle that you can become one. Where you worship is just one angle. So it's not needed again. So why didn't you say before you got married you were staying with your parents, and now you are married you still want to stay with your parents? If you can't say that, then you should not be able to say that you want to attend the church you were attending before you got married, because he's marrying you. He has taken you. He says you are going to leave your father and mother. So ideally, if you were sitting with your parents, you were worshiping in their church. Now you are leaving father, You are living more than, and you are going to cleave. Do you know what it means to cleave? To be joined. So imagine that you cannot be separated. That's what it is. That's what marriage is really. So you were from different church before, but now you are married to become one. So in every way you can, fasting, you're becoming one. The earlier you take note and the earlier you accept it, the better for you. Yeah. So what you fear for your husband in your church can happen to him outside the church also. He goes to work. That fear can happen there. He goes to different places. So unless you don't trust what your church, unless you don't trust what it is that you happens in your church, or you hear, or what they say there, and if you don't trust what happens there, you shouldn't be there. Do you get MK? Hi Banta, where have you been? Welcome. Good evening. Good evening. Yes, welcome Banta. MK, you don't trust your pastor's wife. In one aspect, that she's going to steal your husband, or what? So if she's your pastor's wife, it means she has a husband. So are you saying that she has a tendency to steal other people's man? Number one. Then number two, is your husband stealable? If the angle you are saying is that your pastor's wife might, I don't know what you mean actually by not trusting your pastor's wife with your husband. Oh my God, I'm very, very happy to hear that you are saying thanking me my language, and that's a very good one. Yes, Nandri, Nathan, Nandri. Nandri, I've learned one today. So, but greeting you, is it also namaste, or you have a different greeting in Tamil language? Nathan, let me know. Worshipping in different places can bring unnecessary misunderstanding. Yes, MK, you know that even now, even for even church now, and we are all Christians, even in church, it's not every church that I was ready to marry into for my personal reasons, because you know plenty people call themselves pastors now, different people start churches, and so you don't even know what is being taught in some places. You get? So again, you don't want to expose your family to different types of doctrines. That is why in the first place, both of you should agree where you worship. So when I was still single, I also used to say that in the case that I meet someone that I really love, and I don't like where this person worships, and I know he's the man, I don't want to bring him to where I worship, we both will decide to worship somewhere else that we both have agreed to worship. But the idea is that anywhere we choose to, we will be there together. That's the idea. Because because really, if you are in a wrong place where they are teaching the wrong things, or one of you is in the wrong place, the effect will not be light. And I don't think you want to be in different places actually. Why different places? If it's the same God, why can't you serve the same God in the same place? So it's not where every church said that you can attend if you really know God and God's word. You don't want to be in a place where God's word is not important, the priority. You don't want to be in a place where you know that these ones are just practicing religion. They are not really disciples of God. Do you get? So it's very important that you decide that and stick to it. But worshiping in the same church is a priority to me. Fathers, are you still here? I want to hear your thoughts. So, Banta, what's your thoughts on spouses attending different churches? Banta, take your time. You don't like to comment, you don't like to answer questions, but today, please answer this one. This one is not a hard question. MK says she doesn't trust her pastor's wife. Yeah, so yeah, do how does a person off their camera? MK, are you here? Hi Rosie, good evening. I'm so sorry Rosie, I saw you but I was distracted. Good evening Rosie, how are you today? Please, where are you watching from? Thank you so much for joining. Please, can you help like this live by double tapping on the screen? Please like this live. So I think I'll go. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I had to change my location, guys. I hope this is fine. Just give me a second. Let me get my lights. Or let me just put on this light. Babe, you can off that light for me, please.
You can hold the two lights in the room.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't need that one. Off that one. Guys, I'm here. I'm here. I'm here. Guys, I'm here. I had to change location. Let me reduce this thing. Can you hear me? Guys, can you hear me? I had to change my location. I hope that you can still see me clearly though. I hope that you can still see me clearly. No voice. Can you hear me now? How about now? I'm not using mic, so I expect that you should be able to hear me. How about now? Can you hear me? Yes, it's fine now. Thank you, Daddy. Thank you. I had to change position, so yeah. The word of Nandri is also a good word to greeting a person in Nami language. Okay, Nandri. Okay. If you don't trust your pastors. Okay, guys. So, if you don't trust your pastors, do you trust your husbands? If you don't trust your pastors, do you trust your husband? Because scripture says that you should that you great that what you greatly fear will eventually happen to you. This is dangerous. Are you getting this, MK? Yes, because if you don't trust your pastors, and the question is, do you trust your husband? So it means that whether they are disciplined or not, You should be able to know that no matter how they misbehave, your partner is trusted that he will do the right thing at every point in time. So in that case, it means you don't trust your pastors and you don't trust your husband. So guys, last as we always say and will continue to say, just marry who you can journey with in life. You understand each other and you can work together to make things work. Because imagine being scared for your partner. How much can you monitor your partner? How much can you ensure that your partner does the right thing? You should marry someone that you are guaranteed that this person can do the right thing whether I'm there or not. That is why you should not be, your partner should not fear you. Really, marry someone that you know that fears God. So whenever the person is, whether the person is with you or not with you, the person's allegiance is first to God. So you don't even need to monitor. That person is aware that God is with them 24/7. So they'll be committed to do the right things because they know that God can see them when they do right or wrong. Do you get? That's what I'm saying. So MK, that's totally fine. That's totally fine. I understand you. And I also that you can hear what we are saying actually. And you can hear and you understand us. If you don't, please let us know. But we're saying that your fear as regards your pastor and your husband, your pastor's wife, is not valid. Because why are you afraid? Why are you not scared of the pastor's wife in the church your pastor is attending? I mean, your husband is attending. Because the church your husband is attending, there is also a pastor's wife there. You don't even know that one. This one you know. You don't know about that one. So you don't know the ladies in that church. So what if that place is even more dangerous for your husband? So last, why you are being together with your husband, why you should attend the same church with your husband, is for the betterment of your family, including your children. So your priority should be, this thing I'm doing now, how will it affect these children? Because they will grow to say that I don't have to attend the same church with my husband, and they continue like that, not knowing that it's really not right. Because the idea is that the family should be together, believing the same things, especially when it comes to your faith. You're supposed to pass your faith on to your children. So be with somebody that you can guarantee that this man fears God, will do right whether I am there or not. So you also see your husband means that you or guiding your husband might mean that you really do not trust his capacity to remain faithful. But don't forget that he will not always be where you can guide him. So as much as you want to guide him, you should also know that you cannot really guide him. You cannot really, because no matter how protective you are of him, if he wants to do anything, he will still do it, because you don't follow him everywhere 24/7. And the church he is going to alone, a lot can even happen there that will be worse than even what you are guarding against in your own church. So yeah. Boss Day, hi Boss Day, good evening, how are you doing? Boss, where have you been? How have you been? Where have you been, Boss Day, since you have not come to say hi to us? That's not fair. Anyway, welcome to the live. I understand that we can be busy most times and forget some things, but yeah, I really appreciate that you came today. In fact, we are almost 2 hours here. It's been a long time. We have learned a lot about marriage, marital roles, submitting to one's spouse, knowing what to do as a man or woman, supporting your spouse in provision and nurturing of the home. And now we are talking about attending the same church. So we even spoke about the conflicts, how to reduce conflicts in families, because we know that now there is a lot of conflict in the family. And the reason is simple: the devil does not like the institution of the family, because that institution promotes unity. That institution has the power to do everything and anything they want to do, as long as they work together and they are agreed. So the devil's priority is to ensure that he puts conflict in that home, so that a lot of the things that they want to do will not work, because there is a strain in their relationship. So we're saying that what do we do to reduce conflicts? And so somebody said here that people should couples should try and attend the same church. Couples should mention 3 things to communicate, and couples should not have too many friends, because too many friends can cause conflict, especially when you are friends with the wrong people. And so MK now came and said that she doesn't want to worship in the same church. She's not interested. So boss said, what do you think? Do you support the fact that she should not want to worship in the same church? What's your thought? Do you think that not worshiping in the same church is good, or do you think that it doesn't matter, it can't affect your conflict rate? What's your thought? Banter always just comes to say hi on my live. She doesn't communicate. Banter, I don't like that too. I don't like it too. I don't like it too. Louissa, have you taken any pills for the cold, or have you gone to the hospital to get a doctor's consultation? Nathan, you speak so well. I don't know why you are stressing me that you don't. You speak so well, Nathan. You speak so well. Anyway, thank you, Nathan. I'm taking them. There's this cough and catarrh syrup that is 2-in-1 that I'm taking now. It's very good. I've started taking it today. Thank you so much, Nathan. Thank you. Esther, good evening. Where have you been? Esther, how are you? Where have you been? I missed you today because normally you are the first person to come on my live today, but I didn't see you today, and I was wondering where you are. Hope you are fine. How are you, Esther? Hope you are doing well. Esther, my sweet baby girl, how was school today? How was school? Hope you are not too stressed. And what did you eat today? Yesterday you ate Indomie. What did you eat today? Boss said you're not saying anything. What's your thought on this? Do you advise that a man and a woman, a pair or a couple, should go to different churches? MK was saying that since they attended different churches before they got married, why can't they continue to attend different churches now? Hey, Michael Oye, I thought you will not come today again. Like, it's so sad that I can't pin my messages on this phone. It's so sad. I have a lot of questions here today. How are you, Shile? How was your day? Where have you been? Eba and egusi vegetable. Oh, that's so nice. Esther, you're enjoying yourself. Oh. That's so nice. Nice delicacy. Please, guys, if you have not double tap on the screen, please double tap on the screen like you are double tapping on my nose. So that you can like this live. Thank you so much. Please encourage me and like, please. I will not mind if we get to 25 likes today. Oh. Yesterday we did 26. You stayed long today. 20k views awaiting you. Amen, Sandra. Amen. Sandra, I stayed long today here, but for the past 3 days I've been staying long. Maybe sometimes the topics are deep, very deep, that the conversation just goes. Yesterday I stayed 2 hours plus. In fact, today I'm just an hour 54 minutes. So I've not stayed up to 2 hours today, but yesterday I stayed over 2 hours, and day before yesterday I stayed almost 3 hours, 2 hours 40 something minutes. So yeah, it has been long these days because of some deep conversations we have here that elongates. Are you done cooking, Sandra? Good evening. It's all work, some projects here. Hey, yeah, well done, Michael. Why did you change again now? Wahala for who no get different account too. Michael Oye, Michael Leo, only you. Sandra, Esther is saying hi. You have missed a lot though. Let me give you a recap. We first started with the gender roles in marriage and what people think, their thoughts. From there we now enter the supporting of our partners, provision, who should provide, what we should do. Then we now entered raising children, balancing schooling, balancing working to provide for the home and nurturing the child. We now entered conflict in marriage, and now we are at um attending the same church with your spouse. What do you think? Do you think that not attending the same church can cause conflict in your home? Guys, I'm sorry, I really don't know. Yeah, so that's what we're saying, Shile. So a lot has been communicated, but you are still here. You can always go watch it back anytime you have free. But yeah, even if though you have a question, if you have a question, you can still ask us. But yeah, we're here. Yeah, I get it. Still cooking. Oh, hey, yeah, Sandra, well done, well done, well done, well done. Sandra, are you still cooking? Nathan, she said she's still cooking though. She's still cooking for her people. She has some orders to deliver tomorrow. So she's still cooking. Guys, we have 21 likes. That's so beautiful. I'm so happy to have you. Elvo, you are coming to say the same thing Esther said. Sandra said that I stayed long today. So Elvo, number one, I stay long when the conversations are very interesting and engaging. I don't want to live in between a conversation, number one, especially when people are engaging. Then another thing is, I didn't even stay as long as yesterday and day before yesterday. Sometimes I do almost 3 hours, very few times though. Yes, and today is one of them. We have had back-to-back deep conversations that are interesting. Yeah, that's it. Also, you know, the longer I stay, the more the watch hour counts for me. Yeah, so that's another one too. So thank you, Elvo, for coming back. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Yeah, so do you support both couples attending different churches? Do you think that there's nothing wrong? Because we are saying that how do we reduce the conflict rate in families, because there are a lot of conflicts in families which we know is not good and it's not for the betterment of the home. So how can we reduce this conflict rate? And somebody said that we can ensure couples should ensure that they attend the same church, maybe to hear the same things, have the same tradition, foster more unity, because the truth is, where there is no unity, conflicts will always arise. So how to shift away conflicts from us is to be intentional about fostering unity among us. So one way is to ensure that you attend the same church, because your faith is very important. So if both couples don't have the same faith, don't hear the same things as regards God, it might affect these children on the long haul. Guys, this cold is doing me something strong. Yes, so what's your thoughts? Please, let's know your thoughts. So are you in support of MK, that it doesn't matter whether you attend the same church or not? But another thing is that MK's concern is that she doesn't trust her pastor's wife. I really don't know why she doesn't trust her pastor's wife, but that's her concern, and I don't think that concern is deep enough to tamper with the unity of your home. Because if the unity of your home is very important, a third party should not be more important in your considerations of making decisions. Yeah. Guys, you guys are not talking. Do you want us to share that topic away and bring up another topic? It's fine. Couples attending the same church is not good. The husband and the wife are one, so it's better they attend the same church. Okay. I think Elvo was going to say couples attending a different church is not good. Okay. The husband and the wife are one, so it is better they attend the same church That also shows love. Thank you, Elvo. Thank you. But how do you address her fears? Her fear is that she doesn't trust her pastor's wife. She didn't give us reason why, but what should that fear be enough ground to now say, I don't trust my pastor's wife, so I don't want my man to attend the same church as mine? What so you know your pastor's wife, what of where he's going to worship now, another church? Do you even know what happens there? Do you know what the pastor's wife there is, or even the ladies there, apart from your pastor's wife? I think I have a discussion for tomorrow already. A thought just came to my head. I think so. I think I'll think about it if I want us to discuss about that or not. Yes, well, let's go. Yeah, so couples attend the same. See, anything as a couple, whatever it is that you can do to ensure that your home is in unity, it is in your best interest to do it. Why? Because you are just thinking of yourself. The devil is not joking with you. The devil does not want your marriage to work. In fact, the devil wants to scatter that your home. So he's looking for, don't forget the Bible talks about how he's going around like a roaring lion. He's looking for whom he will devour. What that means is that he is seeking for people that will lose guard so that he can take advantage of them. And what does he do? He steals, he kills, and he destroys. So that you sit there and say that you don't think there's anything wrong with you and your spouse not being close. You don't think there's anything wrong about you and your spouse doing things differently. In fact, when I was younger, I used to have issues with couples in a church that I don't know your husband. You are a married person, but I don't know your husband, or I don't know your wife. I don't like it. Because for me, what marriage is that I see you, I see your spouse. That is what I used to know a marriage should be. So when people have husbands and wives and they don't talk about them, in fact, I used to be very conscious not to talk about my husband here, because I catch myself always talking, and before I mention 2-3 things, I talk husband. There was a day Chiyere told me on this live chat that I like man too much. It's not about liking man. It's about when you and somebody have become one, you cannot talk about yourself without them. You can't. So, but that is what marriage is supposed to be, and that is what God wants it to be. But don't forget that the devil doesn't want it to be that way. So he will give you philosophies and thoughts and ideas that will distract you from the main thing, so that he can have a way to enter your home. So the closer you are to your spouse, the more connected you are. In fact, there's nothing that two of you want to do that will not work if you are agreed and you are in unity. The devil cannot come to that home. But when you have a lot of careless stuffs or open grounds that you don't even intentionally allow, the devil has a lot of room to enter. And once he enters, to come out is not easy. Couples, okay. Nathan says, Louissa, give me a hug and a flying kiss, please. Because I'm very thankful to you. You and Sandra is one of my good healer and a best friend too. So, Nathan, you are not here, so I can't give you a hug. But I want to ask you a question, Nathan. I would like to know your real name also. So, the name myself and Sandra changed is, I think that's your nickname if I'm not mistaken. So what's your name? Your own name, not your nickname now. Your real name, the name your parents gave you. What's the name? Even though I'll continue to call you Nathan, but I'd like to know your real name. Thank you for being thankful to me and Sandra. Thank you. At least I'm happy that God was able to use us to do something in your life. Yeah. The pastor's wife should not be a major concern though. You worship God. The pastor's wife should not be a distraction. Yeah. Yes. If you are guaranteed that your husband will do the right thing, the pastor's wife is on her own. And that's another reason why I don't like when that's another topic for another day. I'm just getting topics back to back. I need to write it down. Because as ideas come, if you don't write them down, you can forget. Yeah, but that's not enough. I'm writing down. Yeah. Yes, guys. Let me see. Let me put it on. Nathan, you say your name is Haru Sudan, but you like when people call you Harry. That's a nice name. What's the meaning? Harry. Let me check it well. That's a nice name actually. Harry Hara Sudan. Harry Hara Sudan. That's a good name. That's a good name. Harry Hara Sudan. Am I pronouncing it well, Nathan? Harry Hara Sudan, right? Harry Hara Sudan. Yeah. I don't know why I'm not getting. What can I do to get? Uh, Hey, I'm back to see my messages. Thank God. I needed to charge that other phone. Okay. So Nathan says his name is Harry Hara Sudan. Nathan, did I pronounce it well? It's one of the God's name. Oh, really? Harry Hara Sudan. Okay, Harry. Nice name, nice name. So guys, thank you all so much for joining. It looks like we don't have any conversation any longer. We have had a lot today. That's what I can see with you guys. But I want to appreciate you all. This is a little above 2 hours. 2 hours and almost 10 minutes. It's a long one. Thank you so much. Nice name, Harry, right? Nice name, Harry. Harry, it's a nice name. Harry. Harry, nice name. Thank you guys so much. Thank you so much. Sheila, you didn't tell us your Michael, you didn't give us your own thoughts about attending the same church. Harry, you're laughing. It's a long one. Harry Hara Sudan. And the shorten it to Harry. Very nice name. Oh, Michael, have you liked this live? You did double tap on your screen to like. Would you like to attend the same church? Would you like to be in a situation where you attend a different church from your spouse? Would you like it? If yes, why? If no, why? Michael. Even Harry, Nathan, let me still call you Nathan for some time first. I will be mixing the two together. Nathan, what's your thoughts? Would you like to, are you married, Nathan? If not, will you like to get married one day? And if yes, would you like to attend the same, I don't even know if you're a Christian now, I don't even know. Will you like to serve the same God with your spouse or worship the same, I don't know if you're a Christian. What's your religion? Nathan, what's your religion? Ah. Guys, when you are fine, you don't know what God has done for you. When you are fine, you don't know until somewhere or something is not working as it used to work. You now know that when you are in perfect, you are blessed. Hindu. Is Hindu a religion? Hindu is a religion. What's Hindu? Okay, I thought Hindu was one of the languages they speak in India. Abi, wasn't a part of one of the languages Nathan mentioned. Hindu. If I'm not mistaken, it said Hindu, Tamil. Okay, Hindi, Tamil, and English. Okay. Hindi. So, Hindu is a religion. For the same church topic, I don't think it matters though, but it can surely help, especially new couples. Personally, what matters most to me is that we are both safe in Christ. Okay. For the same topic, for the same church topic, I don't think it matters though, but it can surely help, especially new couples. Old couples. So are you saying that for new couples you should help them do what that it will not do for old couples? Then on the same topic, okay. So yes, you are both. So for okay, so my thought on this is that I said it before you came that before I got married, the church the person attends is a concern for me. Why? Because even you will agree that yes, we are all in Christ as Christians, we all accept Jesus as our Lord, but that is just the first process. The first step. That's the first step. So when you give a class and you say I'm born again, that's all. No, that's not all. That's just the first step. There are other steps. There is a discipline process where you now grow to know God better. So and even in Christendom, we have a lot of denominations. Sometimes we all serve God, but they are teaching different things. And because you are a family, you want to, in fact, as a man, it's your responsibility to ensure that this family, like what's his name? Is it Joseph? Not Joseph. Yes, Joseph. Is it Joseph? Joshua. It says, it was what I said, as far as, he said, as for me and my household. Sorry, please. Yeah, so Joshua said, as for me and my household, we will serve the Lord. What was he trying to say? He was trying to take responsibility for, thank you, MK, I appreciate you. He was trying to take responsibility for his home, knowing that he's in charge of that home. So he said that him and his house, they will serve God. Meaning that the God I serve is the God you will serve. The way, the method I serve him, that's the way. Because you are leading a family. So what's family? Is how's the best way to define a family now? I really don't know, but what I'm trying to say is that as a family, it's better that you have the same belief. You are especially as regards religion or faith, guide them. Because if as a man you say that you don't mind your wife going to a different church, you might say so now, but when you are married you might not think it, or you will allow it and see that on the long haul is wrong. So I've seen couples where they attend different churches. So on Sunday the children are either split into two, and this one is even worse because the two churches, that's what I'm saying, even churches now, we know that some churches you don't even want to go there because the way they teach their own, you can almost be wondering how. So it's better that you all are in one place to hear the same thing. That is, there should not be division among you, because this one might be preaching A, this one might be preaching B. It's the same Lord but different. So as long as your family is concerned, it's a small unit, and it's not too much to ask that you all are one in most of the things, especially as regards your faith. So if you say you don't mind your wife attending another church, what do you think this would your children, because unconsciously we show our children what they grow to accept and to do. So you now tell them that it's okay for both parents to go to different churches. So on Sundays you people share them, maybe the next Sunday you rotate, the people that went there go. Is that not confusion at the early state? And I think that as couples, your main priority is supposed to be to nurture and raise these children so that they will know God, know the right things to do, and do it. But when both of you are not even in sync on something as important as your faith, what will you pass on to these children? That's my worry. So it's not about whether it's the same God or not. It's just that, why should you want to go separate ways in that angle? What's the reason? The reason has to be the only angle that I can understand from, and that reason has to be very valid. If not, I can't understand it. So I'm saying this to say that even before I got married sef, I couldn't marry any Christian. For me, I couldn't marry any Christian. In fact, there are some people that call themselves Christians. The way they worship, that's why I know what you want. I'm not saying mine is possible, because you want to go with this person to the future. You want to be sure that you put align areas. Yeah. Thank you, MK. Thank you. This is, I'm doing a good job. MK, what's the job I'm doing? Yeah, you have a valid point concerning how it might bring division. Because of the level of diversity in churches these days, it's better to be very intentional about which church you both attend. Very important. In fact, before you came, I said that there was a level I got to, and I thought that, okay, peradventure I meet a person that I love so much, and maybe I don't like where he worships, and he's open. We both can choose. I leave my church, you leave your church. We choose a church that we both want, because last is that we are united in believing one thing and hearing the same things to change our life. Because in church we grow. So imagine that you're having issues in your home, and you go to church that day and the pastor is talking about something that you need to hear or do to solve your issues, but you are there alone, your spouse is not here. How do you get home to explain it and make him hear it? And you know that sometimes what people will hear from the pastors as they preach, because sometimes it's God that leads these pastors to say some things. When you hear it from them, it's different from your spouse coming to direct it to you, because in the first place maybe people have issues. So imagine both of you in church hearing that thing. I remember one time a wife was telling me that she and her husband had an issue at home, and when they went to church that day, it was as if the pastor was talking to both of them. Like the pastor was just led to be talking in line with exactly what happened to them that day, and how they have issues and what is happening in the house. And that while he was preaching, she didn't know when the husband turned to her and said he was sorry. So imagine that he was not there, he was in another church and they are saying another thing, or is in his church they are even teaching on that thing, but you are not there to hear. Do you understand? So it's important that couples I think the crux and where I would maybe say, if you don't take anything from today's life, take this, is that ensure that as a couple, and even if you are not married, this should be your long game, that as a couple you guys are knitted together. See, that's the only time that you will enjoy marriage and do things the way it's supposed to be, without the, because that marriage institution is a very deep institution and the devil does not like it. That's why it's either making people not marry well, not marry early or time, or it's making them marry the wrong people, because he knows that the marriage institution is very, 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 very important, and is sacred, and is powerful. It's powerful. The Bible will talk about how when you and your spouse agree on something, nothing can change it. So imagine how powerful it will be if you are so united that devil cannot even see where to come in to you guys. Do you know how powerful that family will be, how useful they will be to God and the kingdom? So but the devil doesn't like this, so it's deceiving some people to think that I'm married, which one is husband, up and down. Somebody has told me before, every time husband. My sister, I will carry the husband on my head though, because when I was saying I do to being one by God's grace, of course we know it's not every time it's easy, but God will help us stay one. It's better you stay one or you remain single, because when you have committed to marry, and you don't now stay one in marriage, the devil will deal with you. It will deal with you and that your home. And that's why a lot of homes have issues, because they really don't know that the devil is looking for how to enter them, and they are unconsciously giving him room to their lives. They don't know. One of a situation where the husband made this, yes, so Sheila says, what, sorry guys, I was talking to my husband. What of a situation where the husband made decision that his church is where they should both go? Insist. Network, oh guys, network. I had bad network. I hope you can hear me now. Please let me know, Sheila. So what of a situation where the husband decided that his church is where they should both go? Okay, thank you. Insisting because he's the man and his woman should honor his say. So I think that I think that the husband has a right to insist. That's why I said that I couldn't marry some people, because I was saying it before you came. Is it before you came or now? That some people have asked me to marry them before when I was single, and I said no. In fact, a Muslim even asked me to marry him, and I told him that I believe that when I get married, I have to go to the church my husband, because he is now my head. That's why when you want to accept him, before you accept a man to be your head, you are ready to submit totally. So I told him, I said the only case I can marry you is when I am ready to submit to serve the God that you serve. If I can't do that, I can't marry you. But he was saying no need, that you will still serve, you will still do your this. I said no, I can't come and cause confusion for my innocent children. So what I'm saying is that ideally you are agreeing to marry a man, you are agreeing to submit to him. It's his church you should attend. That's why I said that I was saying no to some people, because I didn't want to attend their church. But in the case that this person is insisting that they want to marry me and they don't mind changing their church because of that, we move together. But if he insists, it is not left for me to say I'm going to marry you and I'm going to worship where you are worshiping, because he's the head at that moment. The man is the head. It's not in your place to now tell him no, you have to come and attend my church. No. If you can't accept that he's head in everything, don't marry him. Don't even start the problem. Do you understand? So It's in a man's place to insist that he worship in his church, because you that want to marry him, you have been in a relationship with him. So what have you been discussing in the relationship? Did you get? So a man, you have to leave your father and mother and cling to your husband, because he's now the head. So you should go to where he worships. That's what I was telling MK that asked that question. I was telling her that because you attended different churches before, does not mean you can attend different churches now. Before marriage, you were separate people. Now you have come to become one. So choose to attend a church as one. This marrying and wanting to still separate is a notion of the devil. It's a notion of the devil. Yes, Shile. So yeah, that's it though. I think that I've tried today. I think that with this code I have talking for this long, I tried. So thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for coming to this live. Please, I really appreciate you all. I really am grateful to you. You don't owe me to come every time, but you always come, and for this I am thankful. God bless and reward every one of you. Thank you so much. So till tomorrow when I come your way again, keep doing things the right way. Your relationship, please do it the right way. Your marriage, seek God's way. That's the right way in everything, especially relationships. Yes, so God's way is the right way. And like I said in my video that I posted yesterday, internet is not the correct thing. What is generally acceptable is not the correct thing. What God says about it matter is what you should do. That is why people have a lot of issues, because they have disagreed to follow the right way. They want to get the right result. How? So guys, please let your priority be to do things right every time, and you will get the best results. And I pray that God will connect you that are not married to the perfect person for you, that will give you peace, don't stress you, and be a good partner to you. And those that are married, your marriage will continue to work. Devil will not have any way to enter your home. There will be no room for devil to come into your home and your family to truncate, to steal, or to kill, or to destroy. No way. Let's just keep on doing our best and pray that God will help us continuously. Thank you guys. I would like to say good night from here now. So please say good night to me. See you guys tomorrow. Please guys, anytime I don't make 6 o'clock, know that it will be 7. 6 o'clock has been a struggle for me, but I'll try. I think I'll just make my time now 7 o'clock. Yes, thank you so much. Good night. Thank you, Chile. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you guys so much. Thank you. Please say good night to me. Let me know there are people that are here. Thank you. Good night. Good night. Is Nathan still here? Nathan, are you still here? Bye, Chile. Bye. Bye. Let me kill grandma and grandpa. Oh, please bring them for me. Chile, greet grandma and grandpa for me. Tell them I said you should greet them. Hey. All right. Nathan, are you still here? Who are the other 2 people still here? I have Chile, myself, 2 more people, or 3 more people. Guys, say good night. I don't want to leave you guys here. I want you to go and leave here. It is your hobby. They will hear, Chile, they will hear. Thank you. Thank you, Nathan. Nandri, right? If I'm not mistaken. Nathan. How would I say good night? Good night, Nathan. I'm about to go now. Good night. Bye. Bye, Nathan. Bye. It's 12 a.m. Every 6 p.m. is there. Yes, but now it is past. This is 21, 9:44 to 10. I started. I've done 3 hours, almost 3 hours. Yeah, fine, Louisa. Okay, bye. Thank you, Nathan, for releasing me. Bye.